back to part 2 of chapter 2, section 1, Understand Percents. Now we're going to start off with slide 7 out of 11, so we're closing in on the finish line here. Use bar diagrams to model percents. You can also use bar diagrams to model percents, kind of like the heading just said. A bar diagram can be divided into sections of equal size to model 10%, or a multiple of 10%. You can divide the bar diagram into 10 equal sizes, and you see that going on right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's going to be 50%, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's going to be your 100%. The bar diagram shows representations of several percents that are multiples of 10. So we've got 10%, we have 40%, there goes the laundry finishing up, we have 70%, and we have 90%. To describe other ways you could divide the bar diagram to model 40%. Well, technically you could start from the right and go back 4. You could even pick any 4 random squares inside the diagram and it would still model 40%. But this is the most common way because this is the way that our mind can most easily look at it and say, oh yes, that makes total sense to me, that's going to be 40%. Now, to model 5%, there are multiple 5% here. You can see we've taken that bar diagram that had 10 sections in it, and now we've divided it into 20 equal sections. Not quite as visually pleasing. It definitely takes a little bit more of a toll on our minds trying to calculate it, but you can still see you've got 5%, 15%, 55%, a little hard to calculate at that point, and then this one here is going to be 85%. Easier to look at what's not a percent on that one than it is to figure out what is included on it. Why might it be advantageous to use a bar diagram to, why might it not be advantageous to use a bar diagram to model percent such as 23? Well, that means you would have to have 100 little sections, because for each percent at that point you would need its own little box, and you'd have to be able to shade 23 out of 100 little boxes. Kind of gets pointless, doesn't it? When you lose the advantage of the bar diagram at that point. So let's take a look at this one. What percent is represented by the bar diagram? Well, if you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of your boxes are going to be shaded. Each one of those boxes represent how many percent? 10%. So 8 times 10 is going to be 80%. Move through these steps to find the percent represented in the bar diagram. The bar diagram is divided into 10 equal sections. Each section represents, as we just said, 10%. Check our answer. That one checked. Next part, how many of them are shaded? Well, we just counted out. There are 8 shaded. What the total percent is, what times 10? That's be 8 times 10, also known as 80%. Check our answers again. That one checked. And finally, it says that the percent represented by the bar diagram is 80% right there for our final answer. Pretty easy stuff, isn't it? Now it's going to be your turn. Take a look at this bar diagram. It looks different than anything we've done, doesn't it? You figure out what the answer is going to be and then submit your answer and check your work. Pause the video while you do it. So how did it go for you? Well, if you take a look, the bar diagram represents 100 total percent, but it's divided into 4 equal sections. So 100 divided by 4 is 25. So we want to know what percent is represented by the bar diagram. That's 25, 50, 75. Correct answer is going to be D, and our answer checks. Excellent. And you know what comes next? It's time for an apply problem. And I know y'all love apply problems as much as I do, so you're going to be disappointed to see that our next to the last slide this time is not even an apply problem. They cheated us. It is a good problem for you to work on. Pause the recording, work through this yourself. I've got one slide here, so you can look at it, and then you can take and look at the second slide afterwards. Oh, nope, second slide's not even work. All you have to do is work through that one slide. If you have access to a computer, check your answers, see what you get. And I'll just sit here, enjoy my coffee. The bar diagram to represent 100% is then divided. So hold on, it says use a bar diagram to model 65%. That's a problem. The bar diagram drawn to represent 100% then divided into 20 equal sections because 65 is a multiple of 5. So you can see on our bar diagram, instead of 10 sections, we have 20 sections down there. Each section represents 5%. How many sections should be shaded to equal 65? So 5 times what number is 65? I'm pretty sure that answer is going to be 13. Let's check it. And we did good. Now we need to shade those sections. So we're going to shade them. We're going to do 1. Oh, no, sorry. Can I do it like that? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excuse me. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Check our answers. Our answer check. It just doesn't get any easier than this, does it? Super easy beginning lesson. One more time, this is your term. Shade that bar diagram to represent 45%. Tilly agrees with those instructions. All right, 45%. The bar diagram's broken down into 5% sections. There's 20 of them, so let's just do it. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because 10 would have been 50%. From here, we're going to check our answers, and we are correct. That is it for this chapter. Easy lesson. Not for this chapter, but for this lesson. Easy lesson. Shouldn't take you any time at all to knock out your homework tonight. So be sure to get online, work on your assignments, get them submitted so that I can give you full credit for doing them. Y'all have a good night.